A teacher told my son his anxiety was manipulative behavior. The school's response changed everything. A teacher told my son his panic attack was manipulative behavior and forced him to present in front of the class anyway. The principal's response when I showed her the recording completely changed how my son's school handles mental health. My 14-year-old has struggled with anxiety since elementary school. It took years of therapy, but he's developed coping mechanisms and was finally thriving academically. His one remaining trigger, public speaking. His English teacher, Mrs. Walker, knew about his diagnosis. We had a formal accommodation plan that allowed him to record presentations privately or present to just her. For 2 years, the system worked perfectly at Maya until she went on maternity leave, her replacement. Mr. Dennings had been teaching for 30 years and made it clear from day one that he had no patience for the coddling of this generation. Last month, my son hanged me from the bathroom during English class. Hulk can't breathe. New teacher says I have to present today. I immediately called the school office explaining the situation and his accommodation plan. The secretary promised to send the counselor to find him. 20 minutes later, my son called me sobbing. The counselor had brought him back to class where Mr. Dennings had announced, "Looks like the tantrum didn't work. Now you can show us all why you deserve special treatment." When my son tried to explain his accommodation, Mr. Dennings cut him off. "Your file says anxiety. I see manipulation. You don't get to opt out of assignments because you are uncomfortable. The real world doesn't care about your comfort." My son, desperate and cornered, pulled out his phone and hit record before attempting his presentation. On the recording, you can hear his voice shaking, his breathing becoming erratic. You can hear other students shifting uncomfortably. Then you hear him asking to be excused. "Sit down and finish." Mr. Dennings snaps. This dramatic performance is wasting everyone's time. Seconds later, one hears the unmistakable sound of my son vomiting, followed by scattered gasps and Mr. Dennings saying, "Clean that up. Maybe next time you'll come prepared instead of trying to get out of work." When I heard the recording, I went straight to the principal's office without an appointment. I didn't yell or make threats. I simply placed my phone on her desk and hit play. Principal Ramirez listened to the entire 6-minute recording without speaking. When it finished, she asked one question: "May I have a copy of this?" The next day, a district administrator called to schedule a meeting. By then, 3 other parents had come forward with similar stories about Mr. Dennings dismissing documented accommodations. The outcome was more than I expected. 1. Mr. Dennings was placed on administrative leave pending review. 2. The district fast-tracked a mandatory mental health training program for all staff. 3. A student mental health committee was formed to review and improve support systems. 4. My son's accommodation plan was expanded to include immediate access to the counseling center yesterday. My son presented his makeup assignment and just Purcell Ramirez and his counselor. Afterward, Purcell Ramirez told him, "I want to apologize for what happened. Your courage in recording that moment will help other students for years to come." On the drive home, my son said something that broke my heart and gave me hope simultaneously. I thought I was the problem until I heard how he sounded on the recording. Then I realized he was the one who should be embarrassed, not me. A generation ago, that teacher's behavior would have gone unchallenged. Today, a 14-year-old with a black cane exposed the difference between discipline and cruelty, and an entire school system is changing because of it. Sometimes the proof we need is in the voices we force ourselves to hear.